Okay, guys, let's quickly look at this one. Let's quickly look at this solid geometry. Solid geometry. I'm actually picking it from the workbook, page number 72. Page number 72. So if you take a closer look there, we are given a starting point. We are given a starting point. So what I can simply do right from that starting point, since it's not that much clear, let me have it clear so that I will be able to trace the point nicely. So we've got this hexagon, which is solid like this, which is the flat hexagon like this. Have this one right here, have this one right here. So it's necessary for me to draw it solid. We have this hexagon that is like this, and then we have this one like that. Then we have this one. I'm still drawing the given view. Then we have this one like this. Okay, that's it. Then we have on top of this one, we've got this one that is across the flat. So it's solid from here till here, from here till here, hidden. Solid from here till here, from here till here, solid. In here, hidden, solid. Yeah, one. From here till here, solid. In here, hidden, solid. Which is across the flat. Solid from here till here. Then here, hidden, then solid. Solid from here till here, hidden, solid. Hidden, then solid. Okay, let's see. Then after that, what I can do, you can actually see that here we are given the what to call the set is at an angle of 30. We are given the angle, the degrees there. So since I are given that degrees, check my set square and align it exactly to that apex point of your both that across the flat and the flat hexagon. Then from there, what I'm gonna do, I'll then just have this center line that's going to be like this. Goes down like this. You can stop somewhere here. Okay, then after that, what I can do now, I can just record the 30mm from here till here. So the half of 30 is going to be 15. Understand? So at that 15 of mine, so I'm gonna just draw this line. I'll draw this line that I'll give it a name. In general, it's even dimensioned for us. They're saying it's X, Y. So the XY. So after the XY, that's where my 15 is, which is this one, isn't it? So from the 15, the second 15 goes from here till here 15, from here till here 15. I'll then record the 25mm. I'll come and record the 25, which is this one. So there is my 25. After the 25, there is 50. From the given, you still understand. So the 50. So the 50, which is right here. So let me just repeat. My 50 is right here. So you can just have a constructional line. Right, this is what I have. So you have to understand that this hexagon, both of them, so the first one talks about this, then the second one talks about this. So the first one talks about this, the second one talks about this. So you have to figure out in terms of their flat and across that this one is which one, then the bottom one is which one. You have to able to figure that one out. Okay, so if it's like that, if you can look at this part of your front view, so you'll actually see that, okay, we are having two faces, isn't it? So which means it will be this one and that one and that one. You understand? So it's going to be simple, better and understandable if we number our points then of both of these auxiliaries. So I'll decide to say let it be 0.1 this one, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. You understand? So I'm having a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexagon, isn't it? So on the second one, let it be A, let it be B and C and D and E and F. You understand? So now let's complete our front view then. Completing our front view, how? By having point A and 2, A1 and 2, not A and 2. 1 and 2, further extending till down. You can actually see that it's now giving us that one right from our given view. It's now giving us that one. You understand? So the 3 is going to be right there, and so which means I can have this one dark already. Then the 4 and the 5, then I construct it like this, which is giving me that one solid. So we can see we are having this one, having that one, having this one already. So now I can simply just have it solid here, from here to right there, from here to right there. You understand? So which means my 1 is going to be now right there, my 2 on the very same point with 1. So the 3 is going to be right here, then the 4 is going to be right here, the 5 on the very same point with 4, then the 3 of the very same point with 6, 1 and 2 together like that. Understand? But however, when you take a closer look, it has got a thickness of what, of 20 millimeter. So which means the 2 down now with 1 down, which means the 3 down with what, with the 6 down, which means the 4 down with the what, with the 5 down. So because of it has got a thickness. Okay, so now let's complete our bottom front view again. How? Like this, which means we'll be taking point A, and point A has to be in the same point with what, with your C. So which means there is our point A here, then point B, there it goes. This is point B, then C, same point with A, then D, so that goes. This is going to be our point D, so point E, There it goes, which is E. Then E, F with the same point with D, isn't it? So A, B, C, D, E, F, right from the auxiliary, which is A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, that's it. Then after that, what do? Then you have to take your point A to that point, which is going to be in a apex point way. Understand? So solid, remember, as much as you can see them given solid. So I'll take it like this. This is my A. Then this is my B. Then this is my C with A. This is my D. This is my D. Then this is my F. I mean E. This is my E. Back to F, which is same line with D. Just this one. So there it goes. Okay, that's C. Let's see. That's C. Okay, then after this, let's trace the cutting plane. So let's get to the cutting plane. So we are told that from here coming this side is how much? Is 38. 38. This is 40. 39. 38. Which is right here. Which is right there. Get it exactly on top, which is right here. And so after I've gotten that, then from here to there, 32, 31, 32, which is right here. Okay. That's my cutting plane. That's my cutting plane. So now, to get this cutting plane nicely, I'm gonna have it with this one. So remember, I'm gonna join it using what? The 30mm rule. So the cutting plane. So this joining this point with that one, isn't it? So like this. That's the cutting plane of what? Of NM. Of NM. So we have the cutting plane of MN. So now the question said draw a left view, show all the hidden details, isn't it? Point number one, draw the given front view, of which is we through it, but we couldn't draw. We would have not able to get it nicely before we get the auxiliary view. So point number two, the left view showing all the hidden details. Let's draw it, the left view. So to draw the left, so I'll start with what is up, you understand? So you can actually see that this point of my front view is upper than this one, isn't it? So I'll just have a constant number like this. Let me even start with this piece so that I'll be getting the what. So I'm going to record what? I'm going to record 20mm. So from here till at the 20mm, then I can get a line by the name PP. Down. So this line I'm going to call it P. So simply says that anything beyond this PP going towards my right hand side is supposed to be recorded. You understand? Anything beyond this PP going to my right hand side is supposed to be recorded. Okay, let's go back to our starting point, which was point 1, isn't it? So now we are going to make use of point xy to our auxiliary to get the accurate point of our left hand side. Okay, so then after that, what can I do now? I can simply place my drawing compass from point. Let me take the one that's going to be fast. So, like as I've said, using XY, I want to get point 1. So place it here, further extend to point 1. This is it. Now trace it. There it goes. Once it touches here, I can come and place it here and get the point 1. So this one is going to be our point 1 on our left hand side. So point 2 is still in the very same line, so which means I'll still have to place it here. Understand? So from here to point 2, which is this one. So now without disturbing your drawing compass, come, which means even here still using the very same point 2. So this is going to be point 2. So after 2, what follows? 3. So which means I'll come towards 3. So place it here, further extend it to point 3. Understand? Place it here, further extend it to point 3. But before you do that, construct that line xy, which is this point 3, further extend to point 3, isn't it? But now come back, which means you have to. This is the point that you have to construct it towards your right hand side. The same way you did with this one. So this is the 3, which is the center. You can draw it as such. This is it. So now I know that, okay, along this line, I have to get my point what? Point 3. So come and do it. You place it right here. This is the line of 3, further extend it to point 3, which is that one across the flat hexagon. So this is it without disturbing it. Now I can come and place it here. So there I get you, which is going to be point 3 right here. Understand? So after the 3 goes to 4. So firstly construct the point 4. So that goes, which is very close to point B of the bottom. Okay, so now this is point 4. That goes, you place it right here, further extend to point 4 along your line of XY, the given XY. This is it. Now without disturbing the drawing compass, so that goes, and to touch there, come. So there it goes. And if you are correctly enough, so the 2 must be in the same line with 4. The 2 in the same line with 4, isn't it? Because from here to there is the same from here to there. Okay, so this is point 4. Dimension it nicely. So after the 4, I will then go to point 5. So the 5, which I will still placing it way on the very same line, because the 5 is in the same line with 4 and 8. So place it here to 5. This is it. Then after that, so trace it. That goes, which means on the very same point, I mean the very same line, I am getting it 0.5. Very same line. So there is 5. Okay, so now to get 4, I've already gotten it. To get 5, already gotten it, which means we have to get point what? 0.6. So we know that 6 is in the same point with 3, isn't it? Which is the center. So come and place it here along your line of your y x. Don't forget that. Further extend it to point 6, which is this one. Now trace it back. That goes. Come and place it here. Then you mark. That's going to be my point 6. There's our 6. Okay, so now what I can do, I can draw them dark. Where is it? So it's going to be dark. We're going to see it clearly dark. So 1 to 2, to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 back to 0.1. Okay, this is what you're going to see when you view it there by your left view. Okay, but remember, it has got a thickness, it has got its thickness, understand? So which means we have to trace the numbering of the bottom, understand, the numbering of the bottom. So let's start with 0.1. So this is 0.1 up, isn't it? So the 0.1 down is this one now. So it's the one that I'm going to take it horizontally, so that it goes, must intersect with the one up. So which means it should be going just like this, just like this. So that point is going to be my point what? 0.1 below. 0.1 below. So since we know that 2 is in the same point 1, so we can simply just construct it down like this. So that's going to be our 0.2 below. You understand? So now to get to 0.3 below, so you come and construct the 0.3 below, which is this one. 3 below, so that goes horizontally. 3 below, isn't it? This is it. Then now, once it touch here, take this 3, so there it goes. So that one's going to be our 0.3 below, and and the 4 below, which means it's this point. So come and take it. Be careful on this one, so that it goes. Understand? So the 4 below, so take this one just to down up to right here. So you can actually see that in the same line with the 2 point up, which is the 2 point below, and with the 4 up, with the 4 below. So this is going to be your 0.4 below. So the 5, we know that is in the same line with 4, so which means you can simply just have a constructional line that's going to behave like this. Then this is going to be my 0.5, the one that is below. Okay, so 0.6, the one that is below. Then 0.6, you can actually see that it's in the same line with what, with 3, isn't it? So simply construct this one that is up just a little bit down, and just stop there. You know what is going to be your 0.6 below. Okay, so now let's have this one. When you take a closer look, your 0.3 up with the one below supposed to be vertically down like this, and 3 below, 2, 4 below, it's going to be solid like this. Then 5 to 4 below, solid like this. Then 6 with 5 below, solid like this. Then 6 with 6 below, solid like this. You understand? And 5 up with 5 below, solid. 4 up with 4 below, solid like this. You understand? Okay, the same. Then from there, remember that the 1 to 2 is going to be in hidden. Remember that this is solid. And again, the 1 1 up with the 1 below is going to be hidden. Then the 1, 2 up with 2 below, hidden. Hidden like this. Then 2 below to 3, hidden. hidden like this, and this one from here till here, even if we want to draw the hidden, they are not going to be possible. It was actually on top of that solid line. So from here till here, solid, even if I want to show, it's not going to be possible, like as I was saying. Okay, so but 6-2 back to 0.1, 6-1 is going to be hidden like this. You understand? Okay, so then if we through to such an extent, we are done with the upper part of your front, which is this one. You're done with it, which is this one. So let's also get the alphabetic points. Now, the alphabetic points. So your alphabetic points, we are going to do the same thing. So with what? Start with your A. So because I normally like when you it when we do it, when we trace points going ascendingly. Understand? We don't just mix points. Understand? So let's start. So we have point A. This is the point. This is the line of A, right? So this A must be constructed how? So go back to your XY. So this is the A. So which means I'll come and place it here, further extend it to my A, which is this one, right? So trace it, that goes. Once it touches my PP, then I then mark here. So this one is going to be my point A. That one is going to be my point A. So to get the P, we already have the line for it, which is that one. But then in my auxiliary, so that we just got the A like this, isn't it? So there's the P, the line of P. I go towards the line of P along my line of XY. So place it here, further extend it to B, which is this one. Now without disturbing on drawing compass, trace it, that goes. Once it touch here, goes to my, then you place it here, then I can just mark the B now, which is going to be that one. A point B is going to be that one now. So to get to the C is in the same line with what? With A. So you have to come and place it along your line of XY, which is right here. You place it here till here. Then from there, that goes. Place it here. Then I can mark right here. That's going to be our point C. So if you number your points, everything is going to become simple. You understand? Okay, let's get point B now. So first construct point D, not B, D, which is this one that goes horizontally. So now come to your along your line of X, Y, you place it here, further extend it to point D, which is supposed to be the same line in terms of the vertical with what? With C. So now trace it, that goes on to touch here, then I mark point. Mark a point which is going to be point D. Already gotten the D there. Now after I've gotten the D, I'll then get the E. So the E, which is this one. So there it goes. Once it gets there, go back to your line of your XY. Then this is E, trace it, and then place it here. Further extend it to your point E, which is this one. Then from there, that goes once it touch here, then you mark. That's going to be your point E. Point E. Then after the E, I'll go back to point F. E, F, which is in the same line with what? With D. but there by our auxiliary is not, isn't it? So the F, I'll place it here, further extended to point F, which is that one. So trace it, that goes, come and place it here, then have it. That's going to be my very last point, which is point F. Okay, then after that, what we can do now, we can simply have our, let's join them now. So from point A to B, I want to join A to B. It's going to be solid. Once it touch here, it will be now hidden to my B. Then B to C, hidden here, but from here till here, solid. Then C to D, solid. Then D to E, solid. Then E to F, solid. And then from F back to A, it's going to be solid. Understand? But however, remember that these ones are going towards your point, apex point. Have we gotten the apex point? No. So which means you have to come back and get the apex point. How? So the apex point of it is going to be that one, isn't it? But remember, everything originated from your xy. So I can place it here, further extended to, because at the apex point there by there by our auxiliaries is going to be that point. You understand? So you place it here, further extended to that apex point. Then now come and trace it. That goes once it touch there, comes, that goes, that goes, place it here, and it's supposed to be in the same line with B. So which means in general, this B to this point is supposed to be in hidden. So there is our apex point. You understand? So now I'm gonna have, because A directed to your apex point, do it even down here. So from here to there, but once it get inside here, it's now hidden. I1. And then F to solid, but from here till here is now hidden. I1. Then E to solid, but from here till here hidden. D to apex point, but from here till here hidden. C does the same, but from here till here hidden. Just from here till here solid. I1. So which means, in other words, we are done with what? With the left view. Are we together? We are done with the left view. Okay, that's it. So from there, I can bring back my T-square. Where's my 45? Then, where this line of point E collided with my point picture plane vertical line, I can have a line of 45 degrees. That's going to be like this till like this, till like this. Okay, so now we are going to start with what we started. We started with this one, isn't it? So let's start with it, and we are going to trace them using what? Using numbers ascendingly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the one of my front must intersect with the one of my what? Of my left. And we are going to start with the upper numbers. upper numbers. So remember, if I'm saying upper, we start with these ones, then these ones are below. Okay, so just take the 0.1 vertically going down like this. Okay, so now I'll come and take the one off my left view. Once it touches this line of 45 degrees, I'm gonna project it horizontal. So there it goes. So it's intersecting with what? With this one. So, and this one is the one that is up. So this is 0.1. This is 0.1. Okay, so get 0.2, 0.2 right from my left. So it does the same. There it goes. Once it touches the 45-degree line, goes horizontally. So there it goes. Remember, the 1 and 2 there in our front is in the same what? Same line. Okay, so the 0.3. So the 3 is this one. So there it goes, which is the center. Once it touches there, goes horizontally. So there it goes. So must intersect with the center of our front view. So there it goes. I have a point right here, which is going to be 0.3. You understand? Then after the 3 goes to 0.4, and we know that the 4 is in the same line with 2. So there it goes, but in our front it's not. In our front is not in the same line, isn't it? So come and play and take it. So which means I'm getting my 0.4 there. So the 0.4, which is that one, 0.4. Then the 5, which is that one, which is in the same line there by our front, but in our left is not. It's actually in the same line with the 0.1. So that goes, that goes, that goes. So which means I am getting my 0.5 right here. Same line with 4, isn't it? So there is my 0.5. Same line with 4, same line with 1. So the 6, so there it goes on its own there by your left. Once it touch your line of 45 degrees, has to be extended horizontally. So the 6 in the same line with your 3 there by your front. So just extend this one a little bit. So, which means that's going to be a 0.6. That's going to be 0.6. But however, remember, this is the one on top. We still have to trace the one below, the points that are below. Okay, so that's it. So to trace them, we will start at 0.1 bottom, which is that one. So it's gonna go down like this, which is now right there. So the 0.1 bottom, which is now right there. Then the 0.2 bottom, it will be now right here. Then the 3, which is going to be this one. Take it vertically down. So the 3 bottom, it will be now right there. Then the 4 in bottom in the same, which means it's going to be right here. Then the 5, it will be right here. And the 6, it will be right there. Everyone. So now join the 1 and the 2 to 3 of the upper one, so that you get something of this nature. But for now, draw it faint. 3 to 4, have it faint. 4 to 5 already there. Then 5 to 5 to 5 to what? 5 to 6. Have it faint. 6 back to 1. Have it faint. 1 to 2. They are faint for now. You understand? They are faint for now. Okay, so if you have them faint like this for now, so get the 1 and the 2, faint them, the one below now, the points below, faint, 1 below, 2 below, faint, 2 below to 3, have it faint as well. Then the 3 below to 4 below, have it faint as well. Then 4 below to 5 below is already there. 6 below with 5 below, have it faint like this. Then 6 to 1 below, back 2.1 below, have it faint as well, which is this one. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so we have to trace the cutting plane now. Understand? Because of, remember they said a left view showing the hidden details, so they didn't say a cut it. So number three, a sectional top view on the cutting plane NN. So let's trace this cutting plane. So let's trace this cutting plane. So this hacksaw started to cut here. So I'm gonna say that point is small letter A. Further went down. Remember it's MN, isn't it? Further went down till here, which I'm going to say is small letter B. Then started to cut the bit below one. Started to cut. So from here till here, the hacksaw was not cutting. So that one is C. And then it cut it this corner of DF, which I'm gonna say this is point D, small letter. Remember, this is capital letter D, that one is small letter D. So that is why, that's how I number them, you understand? So after that goes to point E till at E, all together. So in the upper part of it is almost cutted from A to B. So let's get that. So let's get that, which is going to be just going vertically down like this. There it goes. So if we were to trace this cutting plane there by our auxiliaries, we would have took the A up like this. So you can actually see that your A, remember, is between 5 and 6. It's between 5 and 6 and 4 and 3. 5 and 6 and 4 and 3. So which is 4, 3. There it is, which is A. You understand? Then when I'm saying 5 and 6, it way further went up, which means it's that one, which is A. You understand? But however, it's going to be, it's just a straight line since it doesn't have a what? An apex point. So I can indicate by an arrow to these lines. It was now going back towards my what to call my apex point. Then these ones, they were going down. I can indicate by an arrow so that when I'm practicing later, I'll know, okay, these lines, they were constructed going this direction. They were constructed going this direction, so that even my teacher, when he's marking my work, will have a clarity. These lines, they were constructed going this direction. You understand? Going this direction, going this direction, going. Remember, we are answering a question to somebody who doesn't know this, but that person must be able to interpret the drawing. Okay, so this cutting plane actually from 4 towards 3. From 4 towards 3, there is a little bit of a line that is not cutted there. So which means even here from 4 towards 3, which means this one from here till here, it will be solid like this. And then from 5 towards 6, which means even here, it's going to be right this. So now beyond that, I can be able to see, okay, from here going inside the page, which means from here going like this, I'll be having dark. So I even here I can have it solid like this. Okay, so what is happening now? I remember that it further went down till at B. So take that point B vertically down. Take that point B vertically down. So which is going to be like this. So this B from here till here I can have it solid. This is what I'm gonna see. And then so in other ways, let me mark it. This is A, this is the other A, which is A, isn't it? So the B, if you take this B towards your auxiliary, it's also not gonna give you anything valuable. It will only guide you to say, where is your B? Your B is right there. Small letter B, even right here, there's your small letter B. Isn't it? So now, so which means even in my solution, this is going to be the small letter B, and as well as this one, small letter B, such that now B to A, it will be from here. There is my A. There is my A. Okay, let's say this is what is going to be in sectioning. This is what is going to be in sectioning. Only this part is going to be in sectioning. So all of this one, all of this one, all of this one is gonna go out with an offcut. So we can section it. The section. So it's going to be hashed here. There it goes. It goes. Just like this. Okay, this is what is going to be in of the upper part. So now let's get to the bottom part. Do you see that we have C, D, E? You understand? So to get that one nicely, we have to trace the base first. We have to trace the base of it first. You understand? So to trace the base, let's start with A. This is my A from my front view. So it goes vertically down, right? Let it intersect with my A of my left view. So this is it. So there it goes. Once it touches the line of 45 degrees, let it go horizontal. So there it goes. So it's intersecting with that one. So which means I'm having my point A right there. Understand? So the A is right there. So get the B now. So this is the line of B. Right from my front view goes down. Can indicate by an arrow which this one was constructed down. So the line of B in my left is in the same line with the E and apex point. So remember. So it's just going down like this. So once it gets there, goes horizontal. So this is what? This is B. So I am getting my B intersecting with this one, isn't it? So there is our point B. Then after the B, there is a C. Take the C, which is in the same line with your D. So this was constructed going down as well. Once it gets here, goes horizontal. So let it intersect with what? With your C. Where's your C, which is in the same line with what? With A. So I'm getting my point C right there. So there is my point C. Okay, let's say where's my D. So the D in the same line with C there by our left, while the D in the front view is a little bit different. So get it, there it goes. So I am getting it right there. So there is my point what? Point D. You understand? So point D, E, which is in the same line with B. So the E in the front view is on that. There it goes. So this is P This is E, isn't it? That goes, which is in the same line with B. That goes, same line. Okay, there. So that's going to be a point E. After I've gotten the E, get your EF. So F in the same line with your A. That goes. Or is in our front, F in the same line with D, which means I'm getting it right here. Understand? So right here. So that's going to be my point F. A1. So now you have to do what? You have to join them using faint. So let's start from A to B. I'll draw it faint. A to B, faint. B to C, which is B to C, faint. C to D is already there. D to E, draw it faint. Then E to F, draw it faint. F back to A, faint is already there. Okay, the same. But then it has got an apex point. Get the apex point, how? So the apex point is which one? That goes already constructed. Intersecting with this one. So that goes. So we are getting our apex point right there. Understand? Then after I've gotten this apex point, all these points, they must be directed to your apex point. Then start with your point A. This is A, goes to your apex point. B, already doing that. C, to your apex point. D, to your apex point. E, already doing that. F, to your apex point. A1. So from there, what is going to happen now? Okay, so now let's trace the cutted plane here. So now remember A, which is A, B, which is B. So the C, so you construct it down, so there it goes. So this C is actually cutting the line of E towards your apex point, isn't it? So, and it's also constructed down, so it's cutting, where is your E? So which means it's that one. This is your E. So cutting the line of E, isn't it? So that one is the point of E. C cutting the E. So I have a point there. Okay, so now go to D. So I'll take the D, construct it vertically down. So that goes. So this D is cutting what? Point DF. So the small letter D of the cutted plane is cutting the line of DF. So there is the line of D, which is this one, and where is the line of F, which is that one. So which means I'm having the D cutted, which is this one and that one. You understand? Okay, so it further went down up to E. So this is my E, construct it vertically down. There it goes. So it should be cutting the C and the A. So which means it's going to be my point E of the cutted and E of the cutted. So now when you are drawing it dark, obviously this EE is going to be solid from here till right here, like this. Then let me give you a little bit of a zoom in. Then once it gets here, it's going to be horizontal, just a little bit like this, up to point E, Remember, where is your E? Which is that one, not to that one. Understand? So even this one up to your point, the line of E to F, which is that one. I will stick together, so solid. Then now I'll then take this point to my D. solid like this, then D to C, solid, then C to the other D, D to point E. Understand? So this is what is going to be in sectioning. This is what is going to be in sectioning, only this. Then you can begin to section. So the mahachis of the first one, it were anti-clock, so of this one they must be clockwise, because these are separate, are two different things. So I'm gonna go like this, have this one here, have this one here, have this one here, have this one here. Yeah, it's close to remember. Have this one here, have this one here. Just like this, just like this. So we are done with the what, with the given actually with the cutted top view. Okay, so the question said the true shape sectional, the true shape point number 4, the true shape of the cutted surfaces. So surfaces, which means both of them, surface, the true shape of the what, of the cutted surfaces, which means both of them. So we are going to get it right here. So we are going to construct lines that are perpendicular against to the what, to a cutting plane. Lines that are perpendicular against the what, against our cutting plane. Okay, so from there, what I'm gonna do, I'll simply come and record with this line, the X, the Y, the MN. This is it. I am recording, isn't it? I am recording like this. Then once I get it, then I flash my, I hold this one steady. I record with this, then I hold this one steady, then I flash it a little bit down, then I now hold this one. Then I come and put this at this angle. So that's going to be perpendicular. There it goes, which is my A, which is my B, of the cutted, which is my small letter C, small letter A, small letter B, small letter C, small letter D, last small letter E. Okay, so that's say, so we drew them perpendicular against to our cutting plane. Understand? So then from there, come and record again MN, which is the cutting plane. Just further extend a little bit. Somewhere here I can have this type of a line, this type of a line as well. So just have this type of a line. So I can decide to say this is what, this is K, the line of KK. So simply means that beyond this line of KK is supposed to be recorded. Everything beyond the line of KK is supposed to be recorded. Okay, so you'll know when we are recording like that, we use our line of what, of XY, of XY. How? We'll have to trace the A there by our front view, I mean there by our auxiliary first. Let's get it. Start with A. This is A, it goes to your auxiliary, isn't it? But now placing your drawing compass way along your line of XX. Tracing point is small letter A, which is this one, from here till here. So now I come and trace it. That goes, once it touches there, it's now going towards my, so that I get the true shape. So that one is going to be my small letter A. This is simple. So your small letter B, before B, so there's the other A, which is between 6 and So place it exactly here, same point, further extend it to the other A on the other side. So trace it, that goes until touch there. So which means I'll come and place it here, still right here. You understand? So which means there is the other A. A1. So which means I can have this one dark now. From here, the true shape of it, from here till right there, solid. I'm 100% concerned that is this one is solid. Okay, then after that, go to your B, A to B. So this is the B, we've already took it. There is your B, small letter B, small letter B. A1. So now placing my drawing compass along the line of XY, but in the line of B, isn't it? So which means I'll be placing it right here. Further extend it to the B, which is this one. Now, without disturbing your drawing compass, come and trace it. That goes on the touch here. So come and place it along your line of KK. Then you mark. Yeah, this is the B, small letter B. Then we have the other B on the other side. So you place it on the very same point. I'm going to first be further extend it to the other B, which is that one. You see how slow I am. So that goes, trace it, that goes, same point. Once it cut there, goes to your true shape. So I place it along the line of KK. Then I mark. There's going to be the other B. So I can now join the B, small letter B, small letter B. This is B, not D. This is small letter B, fix that. This is small letter B. This is small letter B, not D. Okay, so I can have this one solid and have this one solid. I1. And then suction it. So till here, dark, till here, dark, till here, dark, till here, dark, 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 dark. A1. So that's how you get the true shape of that piece, of that part that is on top, which is this one. Okay, so let's get to the what now of the bottom part. So you still do the same thing. This is the C, this is the T, this is the E. A1. But now we have to project these points towards our auxiliary views, isn't it? Using 30 is clockwise, that was B. So take point C and trace that. Point C is actually on top of the line E, which is going towards your apex point. So that goes. So where is your E going to? Remember, we said this is your apex point. So this is E, then I can stop there. This point is going to be the point C. A1. So now I can place my drawing compass along the line of C. That goes. Once it touches, I can then further extend it to that point C that I'm looking for. Understand? Which is along, remember, along your line of your XY. So which is right here, further extended to the C. How did I got that C? Let me repeat. I said this C, you can actually see, is cutting along your line of E, going to your apex point, which means even in your auxiliary, you're going to project this C that goes. Once it touches this line of E, going to your apex point. Understand? So then you place your line along your line of YX. Then further, you understand? So now trace it, that goes on the touch there. So I come and place it along the line of KK, and then I mark. Where I've just marked is what is C. So I have point C right here, which is that one. Okay, how about D? So you project D and learn that D is cutting the line of what? Of DF. Small letter D is cutting the capital letter D, capital letter F. Angit. So I am projecting. Let me even indicate with an arrow this one. Very much important that this one, okay, this one I've indicated, but all of these ones, they were going down. Okay, so now this D, that goes cutting what? D and F. So there is the F, so which means I'm having a point there. Here is D, which means I'm having point there. Even which is going to be point D. And the other D. Very much important. So you cannot be able to get this one correctly accurate if you don't do what I'm doing. Let's use your own simplest, quickest method as long as it's accurately. Yeah. So now I come and place it along the line of XY. This is D, and get it. That goes, that goes, that goes. I come and place it here. Further extend it to the long of D to your apex point. Then you are getting small letter D. Capital letter D to your apex point, you are getting small letter D. By taking it like this, that goes, and now come, trace it, that goes onto touch the cutting plane, comes to your KK. Then you place it here, then you mark. That's going to be my small letter D. Small letter D, okay. So now to get the other D, I'll simply place it along the line of XY, further extend to the line, to that point, to that other D, which is between, which is along the line of F to your apex point. F to your apex point, you're getting D. Now trace it, that goes, then come and place it here, then you mark. So that's going to be a point what? The other D. Understand? So you can join this one and join this one. But then let's get to the point E. Point E does the same. Take it up towards your apex point. So there it goes. So this E is actually at the bottom. As much as you can see it right from your top view, it's actually at the bottom. So trace it. So that goes, which means the E is right here. Remember that we are dealing with the alphabetic points, not the number points. So the E, which means it's in the same line with what? There it goes. So which means it's that one. This is our point E. So, and very close to point A, the other E. You understand? So to get it, come and rely on your line of X, Y. So this is the E, trace it, that goes. Then come and place it here. Further extend it to this one. This is it. Then now come and place it here and mark. That's going to be your point E. Then the second one, place it here, further extend it to the other one, just this one. So now come and place it here, and then you mark. This is the other E, other point E. So in general, this is going to be dark from here to right there, and solid from here to D, D to C, C, but to D, D to E. To E. Then you section this. Then you section this. So decide to start here. Followed by this one. This one. This one. This one. That one here. That one here. That one here. So that's the true shape. That's the true shape. Okay. So I can say this is the true shape. Then this one is my left view. This one is my top view, then this one is my front view. You understand? So that is it. So bye donkey guys, thank you so much for watching and tuning with us here. See you on the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe to support the channel for more videos to be uploaded. Subscribe and like the video you are watching and share it. That was Engineering Graphics and Design Grade 12, actually from the workbook, page number 72. Bye donkey.